back.
We're back. Hey.
And I'm not wearing a denim shirt.
No, because I wore my denim shirt today just because I knew you were coming in, and I was hoping, I had fingers crossed, he's going to wear a denim shirt. But you didn't.
Oh, because it's 1,000,000 degrees
it's
outside.
like 1,000,000 degrees.
Yeah.
And in here, it's like 998 million degrees.
Yeah.
Welcome, Tor from TC Electronic. Always a pleasure to have you on. You got new stuff?
Yeah, I have one new stuff.
New stuff?
Yeah.
It's going well already. Get the two games.
I have some other stuff over here, but I can't show that yet. It's too far in the future. So one new stuff, and it's down here.
Okay.
And we have some other pedal here.
Some other pedal there, but we're not going to talk about that one.
It actually sounds pretty good.
It sounds pretty good.
You got to give credit where credit's due.
Credit where credit's due.
No, we have this guy here. So this is a brand new looper pedal called Ditto Jam.
Ditto
X2
Jam
looper, for short, and it's a brand new pedal in our line of Ditto loopers.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited about this. It's something we worked on for a long time, and something we've been wanting to do for an even longer time.
Yeah.
Because if we jump back a little bit.
Yeah.
And back when we designed the little Ditto looper,
which I'm a big fan of.
It's a really nice pedal.
Absolutely.
And it does work well when you play live, but I think where it really shines is for practice. You sit at home, you play a little chord progression, and then you can solo endlessly. And there's no rhythm guitar player going like, "Is it my turn to shred in Phrygian dominant or something like that?"
Phrygian dominant. That sounds like a good time on a weekend.
Everybody does that.
A Phrygian dominatrix. Anyway,
so you were actually talking about this before we started the cameras rolling, that you also use looping live. But it's a little bit of a tricky thing to do if you play with a band. Obviously, if you're at Sheeran, anybody you can blame is yourself. So that's a different kind of story.
Yeah. Okay. So I got this little band, and it's not my band. It's kind of a band that we've had a couple of dudes, and we'll go and play weddings or whatever, just like a party somewhere, and it varies with. It could be like a drummer, but he can also play the piano at the same time. So that little kid. And he's playing, or maybe he plays drums sometimes, and somebody else will play piano, but I'll mainly play bass and guitar at the same time.
Oh.
So I would loop a bass loop if it's a simple thing, or loop some guitar stuff, and then we all play along to that. But the problem is that keeping the tempo, because they go, I can't hear the bass, or I can't hear the guitar, and then it sort of runs away, even if it's a little thing. So this is what you've got a solution for, basically.
Yeah, because basically, if you use it like a regular looper, the looper is just going to be like that guy in the band, like, I'm not, It's playing its thing, and if you want to use a looper live, everybody sort of has to follow it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, if you're a guitar player, or a bass player for that matter, typically, what you really want to do in a band is you want to follow the drums, right? That's, that's how the groove gets nice.
It should be like that. But sometimes it's
not. So, in essence, what we've done is a looper that actually can follow the drummer, because this new Ditto Jam looper has something we call beat sense, which is really two things. It has a couple of microphones here on the side.
Yeah.
And it also has, I don't know where I put it, but it's there. It has a little lapel mic.
Oh yeah.
That it comes with,
you had that earlier.
that you can plug into the back if there's a lot of noise.
Yeah.
And what that means is that the pedal is basically able to detect the tempo of whatever is going to be played in the room.
And that's why we've got this in here today. Because you're wondering, what are you doing with a snare drum in the middle of in a guitar?
This is about music.
Yeah. It's not about drums. It's about music.
Hey, sorry.
That's really clever, because it is a problem, because it's to not, especially when you are using it in a live situation, it will just go all over the place. I mean, unless you're playing along to a click, even then, because we tried sometimes to give me a click, and I would loop something along to a click that we all had, but if it's just a fraction of a millisecond out, eventually it'll move.
It drifts, because if it's like, let's say you're like 10 milliseconds out, which is very little when you
it's tiny amount.
Every time you wrap around, you add another 10 milliseconds to that. So before the end of the song, suddenly you're like, a couple of seconds off.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you'll hear it.
And I sometimes I use two Ditto, the small ones, loopers, so one for the guitar and one for the bass.
Yeah.
That's the most difficult thing of all, to loop, to have two loopers going at the same time.
So here's the cool
on
thing
the same
about,
loop. It's absolutely impossible.
Here's the cool thing about this is because it's listening. You can have two loopers, and they're gonna follow each other without any need for cables or any kind of syncing up. They're just gonna listen to whatever is.
So if you had two of these, it would literally just follow each other.
They would just follow each other.
Listening like your iPhone when you're on Instagram, you get that. Oh, you're looking at something, and then you get that picture next to it going, what? We just talked about hammers on somewhere, and now it's coming up there. What's that all about? It's listening. Yeah. That's really cool.
It's always listening. So that's one part of it. The other part of it is that it's because just the fact that it can detect the tempo is not enough. You have to have something that actually can, stretch the loop, either contract it or stretch it to make sure that it actually follows whatever. If the drummer is dragging a little bit, it has to stretch the loop. If he's getting all excited and he's starting pushing the tempo, which happens,
which they do,
they have a tendency to do. You want to speed it up a little bit, and you don't want to do it in the sense where it's like just changing the speed, so suddenly you started drifting the pitch or things start. You want to make it sound really natural. So that's the other part of this. It does that too.
In the same key as well.
In the same key.
So Logic does a similar thing, time stretching, where you can then you have to process the file and then you have to drop it back in and then it'll stretch with the. Yeah. But that's processing power. Needs lots of processing power and do that real time. I can imagine it's for you guys to develop some. Is it algorithms?
Yeah, it's definitely
it's
a lot of algorithms. And I have to throw some credit because this is done partly at TC Electronic in Denmark, but also our sister company TC Helicon in Canada. So it's something we worked on together because they're really clever guys.
They do a lot of stuff with vocal processing.
Yeah, and pitch shifting and stuff like that.
Yeah. Which is, it's then it's a lot of programming, I can imagine, and that must have like a processor in there to.
It's a pretty serious processor.
Yeah. So
for sure.
But shall we?
Yeah, let's try it out.
So we try something.
Enough with the talking.
Yeah. We just talk nonsense.
The thing to do is you can actually start it right away, and it will detect the tempo. We can try that first, and you can just play something.
So if I just play like. See? It's got it. It's got it. Look, it's flashing the tempo. What? I love that. That is really cool.
But obviously, it's listening all the time. Yeah. So once the drummer kicks in, starts playing the new song,
different tempo, of course.
It's gonna log into that.
Yeah.
And then once you start your loop, it's just gonna go. Oh, well, we're within this range here.
Yeah.
Because it's not meant, especially in this kind of live situation, it's not meant for going like from 60 BPM to 180 or something crazy like that. It's the variations that you can expect from a drummer.
Yeah. So we have to be careful what we say because depending on what drummer it is, it can vary from 2 BPMs to maybe 20, a little more. Perhaps when he gets really excited. Oh, look over there. Oh, he gets excited. So if I were to, when I loop something, I click the loop, right?
Yeah.
So if I go. See what that is, because we don't know if it's going to be off or not, but a little bit off, but that's fine.
Yeah.
So now let's turn it on so we can all hear.
Yeah.
Because we're probably going to have to use the lapels at the same time as this.
So the idea with this is now let's just for the sake of argument say that drummer starts to drag a little bit.
Yeah.
So let's say he speeds up again now. Now he's getting all excited.
Okay. And if I could, stop over there. If I could only do a loop that was actually in time, then it would be.
But the idea being that obviously,
you can definitely hear that. Yeah, that's really, really clever.
To me, the really cool thing about this is that it as much as I love using a loop at home, I'd never dare to take it out because it's such a tricky thing to do. One example, 100%. I had to do like a custom thing for a very famous Danish band, Decimus Lizzy.
Okay, yeah.
So it's a very famous Danish band, a trio, and the guitar player is playing a lot of guitars. He's a really good guitar player, actually. And for some of the solos, he wanted to do some looping so he could have, some rhythm stuff. And this was before that, so he was actually. We did some stuff for him where he was using a stereo looper with a backing track, and he's only playing in mono. So the right side was actually the guitar, but the left side was sent to the drummer with a click. So he was following that. And it's just all these kind of hoops you have to jump through, either use MIDI sync or just all these things to use looping live. And now you can just put it on the floor like any other pedal. Yeah. Start playing. It's super easy in terms of just how it works. Yeah, this is just loop. Yeah. Overdub. Yeah. Play, or with this toggle switch here, loop play, overdub. You can choose either or. Okay. Whatever you prefer.
And that's really easy because some pedals you have to like hold something down, click something down, and put the jack in, and then click something, then you're in a different mode. I like the switch on the top.
Yeah, and that's the thing with the Dittos. We make it simple. Yeah, there's definitely other loopers. If you're into like super advanced looping, there are other options up there. We try to make it simple and easy.
Yeah, but that's what a looper pedal should be, because as you say, it is, it's for people that sit at home. They might want to play a blues, just. Yeah. And then do their blues licks on it. Or just learn how to get,
get in time. It's actually
get in time, which is, you can see. It's not easy, and you have to sit. I'm sitting a little bit awkward for it, but there's no excuses. There's no excuses for not being in time, ladies and gentlemen.
And it will also move because we didn't put the feet on it. So I think there's a little.
Oh yeah, so it's not my fault.
Okay, so just all the basic stuff. So the way you press it, and now it's recording, now it's playing. If you want to erase that, you just press and hold.
Press and hold. Oh yeah, okay.
So now it's gone.
Yeah, I mean I use like 3 or 4 different kind of loopers on a regular basis.
Yeah, and they all
a little bit different. So you get into another one. No, it's fine.
We should do like a little consortium of all the looping manufacturers. Let's get together and actually design a UI that
it'll be the same thing. Yeah, if we have to do it like this. Otherwise, it's the looper consortium. It sounds like something.
It's like the MIDI kind of. Yeah. It's amazing MIDI ever got to be anything, because that's it's the same sort of thing. You would imagine somebody went like, well, our MIDI standard is just a little bit different. Because
I can imagine. I can't even work it out as it is. Why not 129 with 128? Whatever. Okay, so tell me about the other modes.
Oh yeah. Okay, so the first mode, and we don't have to go too much into that because it's just there's like a completely regular. It's just a looper mode.
Yeah.
So no beat sense, no stretching, no nothing.
So if you want to do a loop and loop on top of that and use it as a Ditto looper, that's the mode you want to do.
Yeah, but obviously you can also use any of the other modes, adding layers on top. But if you just want to have it like, here's a cool, simple 2-foot switch looper with a record and a stop button. Yeah, it works like that.
It can do that as well. Yeah. Oh, that's great. Okay.
But the other really cool mode that I like, because as I said before, the main purpose and the main reason for doing this is really getting looping into like a live situation. Doing the time stretching, doing the beat detection. Yeah. I'm sitting here doing this like
I'm like my eyes like step back.
So, but there is another mode, because we know a lot of guys use loopers for practicing. Yeah. Which we have a dedicated mode for in this pedal, and I'll just do this real quickly. And once it goes red, we're in practice mode. Yeah. And in practice mode, it doesn't do the beat detection. The stop foot switch actually works as a tap tempo foot switch. Okay. So you can actually speed up or speed down whatever you loop to practice over. So if you play something at tempo first and you want to practice it slower, you can just tap another tempo, and it's actually going to time stretch it. And it's, not to brag, but it's pretty good time stretching, I have to say.
Not to brag, but we are awesome. There we go. Go.
Okay, yeah. So
I'll turn it down a bit so we can hear what we're saying at the same time.
Yeah, so this is both a way, obviously, to kind of showcase what this time stretching actually does. Yeah. And again, it's also a way to use this as a practice tool, because if you want to, let's say you want to play something over that little riff. want to practice it a little bit slower, you can actually do it. If you just stop it, just press once, and then you can use it to tap the tempo at a totally different tempo.
So like...
And then you can just play.
Okay. Okay, so that might be a little bit... Let's try another tempo.
Little faster, maybe.
Okay, so we double...
Yeah, you did it double tempo.
I did a double tempo, okay. So like... Will, if I tap it now, will it go up in tempo as well?
Not... It's,
so
it's
I have to stop it first?
It's basically a stop first.
Okay, so... I've really set myself up for that because I have to go like this. Okay, I see. So you have to. I mean, that's you kind of have to get used to it. You know what you do, and you know we haven't read the manual or anything. I mean, you just sat down and did it. You know, this is a man's way of doing it. You know what I mean? So but that's really cool. So
it's just a little extra thing where you know you sit at home, you want to play something, you want to play it gradually faster, then you can actually do it that way.
Which is what you need to do when you practice. If you can't play it slow, you can't play it fast.
Exactly.
And if you play it slow, you'll play it fast.
Yeah. Some teacher told me that. I never listened, so
now I just play really slow. Play everything
in every tempo.
Just everything, every tempo. But that's really cool. I mean, there's a lot. It's really wicked. I like the whole thing of the beat detecting. That is
the main reason for this pedal. The beat detection with the time stretching, those two things together. You know, making it possible really to use looping, you know, live with a band. Yeah,
and it just keeps it'll just sail along with the drummer as he sails along with himself, and not the rest of the band, of course, because they never do.
And you know, I pretty much know already now that you know, once people get their hand on this, they're gonna try to test it. We had a band come in and play for the demo video, and the drummer was like, "Oh, this is fun," and he was trying to like get it, throw it off. Yeah, and you know, the thing is, you can do that. You can definitely you can get it confused, like you can with a real guitar player if the drummer starts to get too weird.
It doesn't take very much to get a real guitar player confused. I'll tell you that. No, I've been confused all day long.
You're rarely not confused.
Yeah, exactly.
But as long as you stay within, you know, reason, whatever that is.
Is there an amount of BPMs on each side of it, or is it?
And the thing is, it can actually stretch quite a lot. The main difference is if you try to do really radical jumps.
Yeah.
Then
it's like and then quick.
Yeah. Or if the drummer is just doing like blast beats, like it's gonna be like. What?
Oh, if he's going like that?
Yeah.
Double pedal stuff.
Yeah. So then it's going to get confused.
But you know what? I don't think a lot of players that does that kind of music would use a looper.
Well, I do that kind of music, and I've tried it, and it will work. And there's a little trick to that, which is why I'm sitting here clutching this piece of tangle thing. So basically, if you are in an environment that's really noisy and there's a lot of stuff going on. The microphones might pick up some stuff that's, you know, you don't want it to pick up.
It can pick up anything else, like a bass or something else.
Or horn players. We have some guys testing it with like a full horn section.
Really?
And they're really loud. So
they are very loud.
And they tend to do these like weird stabs. Yeah, exactly. And you can see it go like, what?
I don't know what are you doing? So, it picked that up, look. It picked that up.
Yeah, and it does pick up everything you're saying.
When we're talking.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it is pretty sensitive. The cool thing with that, though, is that you can actually kind of just override it a little bit, because even though it's not a tap tempo, just the noise from you tapping the foot switch will kind of be louder than anything else. So you can actually do...
Oh, so now, so even if you just standing next to it going like that. Hey, there you go, look.
Yeah.
So it picks up...
Yeah.
So I see, because it could, if you are in a band situation, as you said, you know, you've got the microphone you can put on, but if the drummer's going off, you can always just tap the tempo.
Yeah, you can just say, hey, this is where we are.
Hey, you drummer.
follow the program.
Follow the guitar player instead, because they keep time.
But again, if it's super noisy, it does come with this little clip mic.
Yeah.
And there's a microphone input on the back, so you can just take that and put it back and put it on your drummer's snare drum, and then everything will be good.
Just make sure your drummer doesn't make funny noises when he plays.
Yeah.
Because then he'll be confused again. That's really cool, man. So I can imagine you're probably gonna throw this into the Mini and whatever. You know, at some point,
you never know.
But this is really
it's really cool.
Are you going to keep both in the range? So are you going to keep this one, or is this going to sort of?
To be honest, I haven't decided yet. It's the thing to me is that this is so much a live thing.
Yeah.
And as we talked about earlier, we know that a lot of the guys who buy Ditto loopers, both the Mini one and the X2 one, are guys who mainly sit at home and practice.
Yeah.
So
they don't really need
they
this
don't
kind
need
of stuff,
this
and I think
unless they have a drummer sitting at home as well.
Hopefully they haven't, but and that can be a bit confusing, as you said, when I was trying to loop something on top and it got confused, and then you're just going to get annoyed or whatever. So I think the other is probably better for you. So, but it's not. This does the other thing as well.
It does that as well. But there's definitely arguments for keeping the other ones in the line.
Yeah, absolutely.
This, as we talked about, requires quite a bit of processing power, so it is a little bit more expensive than the other ones because it has like a Pentium 3 Amino guy processor inside.
A 233 megahertz, 8 gigabytes of RAM, and
you can play Counter-Strike on this thing.
Yeah, it's a bit pixelated, man. The graphics are not so good. I remember that anyway. Playing Counter-Strike in a web cafe somewhere in Copenhagen. Many years ago.
In any case, it is a little bit more expensive. So I think we might actually keep. Obviously, we'll keep the other ones, but I think we'll actually also keep the regular X2 on there as well for the guys who like it just for practicing.
Really cool, man.
Yeah.
And when are we gonna have these?
Yeah. So today is the 9th of July, and we're announcing it on the 20th.
Okay.
And the hope is that they should be arriving in our warehouses just around that date. You can never say for sure.
No,
things have a tendency to happen.
But you tend to be good at that stuff.
We try our best. Yeah. So I would say around 1st of August would be a good bet at them actually being in the store.
But we'll definitely have the links below with the pre-order thing, and so
it's cool. I would say if you ever thought about trying to loop in a live situation,
oh man,
it's a ton of fun. It really is.
I think this. I need to try this like in the environment that is meant to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is like we're just sitting here. and we've got a snare drum and what's happening.
I'm so not a drummer.
And it's so hot in here as well. You know, like but I've actually been waiting for something like this for a while. So well done.
Thank you.
Well done. That's a really good idea. Well, thank you very much for coming. And links are below. Thank you for watching us doing something about a new Ditto jam. Thank you very much, man.
Thank you.
See you soon. Bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching the Andertons Guitar YouTube channel. If you're a drummer or a keyboard player or interested in music technology, you might find one of our other channels interesting, and I'll put details of those in the description below. If you want to find out more about the products we've just featured, please click here. If you'd like to buy a t-shirt like this, please click here. If you want to watch another video on our guitar channel, click down here. And to subscribe to our guitar channel, click here. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.